Good to go.
What's going on, people? Everybody across Cherokee County, across the state of Alabama, Big Matt and Diamond Dean. We appreciate every guys for tuning in this evening, spending a little bit of your Sunday with us. YouTube world, if y'all were just coming on and watching us, we're just two humble guys talking some down south football, college basketball, and we do local sports and stuff here for our kids in the county here in Cherokee County, just a little part of northwest Alabama. So without any further introduction there, hit the like button, hit the share, subscribe on our page if you're watching us on YouTube and on Facebook. We've got a good fan of followers and family that's been hanging out with us for a while. And
75th show tonight.
Tonight, 75. We're 3/4 way through 100.
75.
And where we've come from 100, Dane? Where have we really come from 100?
Well,
I mean, where have we come? From where we began of in the kitchen and there in the dining room.
Kitchen, people banging on the door.
Yeah, MP3 players.
Yeah,
recording, sending
20
it in.
people watching.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
maybe listening.
Yeah. So we
15,
appreciate it.
20.
We do. We've grown a lot, and we appreciate everybody taking some time out of their Sundays to stick around with us and listen to us yahoos talk about some stuff today. Today, of course, we got some NCAA basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Dean's got some SEC, Bama, Auburn stuff going on.
Big 12 matchup.
Yeah,
challenge. Big 12
going
challenge.
on. How's that going right now?
Well, it was 5-4. It ended up SEC won 5-4.
5-4. So go SEC.
Yeah, good games though. Good.
Yeah, there was some good games. We also got local stuff. We're going to kick off first in just a minute. Spring Garden, Sand Rock, Cedar Bluff, and some the Lady Warriors and the boys. And we got 2021 football schedule. It's been out on the page for a few days. So if you guys have been looking at that, we're going to talk about a few games. And then some expected games.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
It's going to be on later in the year next year because they are going to be going back to a normal out of conference type play. And then we're going to talk just a little bit about the Super Bowl, just enough to give you a little bit of info.
Yeah, we're doing that next week.
And we're going to be on at 4 next week. So we want to say that first.
So yeah, Super Bowl starts at 5:30. We don't figure anybody's going to watch us over the Super Bowl.
No, probably not.
Which. Nothing against our show, but, over the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know. We're probably we're gonna try to come on at 4, and we'll be on about 30, 40 minutes. So tonight, we'll go ahead and get things kicked off. First of all, we want to thank our sponsors, Lloyd's Legal Service.
Yeah, that's a big
go over there and see Scott, great guy. He's got a great place there on the corner, right across from the courthouse. You cannot miss this place. And then while you're in town there, run on down to Dairy King and get you any kind of food you want. The Coca-Cola cakes, Dean, are out of this world. Go by and see Shelley.
Coca-Cola cake?
It's great.
Is it just a small piece of cake?
Oh, it's a big old triple-decker
cake
made with Coke. I don't even know. It's worth every penny of it, trust me. Red velvet cake, they got all the homemade cakes you want. I ate the shrimp basket. I had the lasagna and salad the other day. It was good.
I like Coke.
Yeah. And go on down to Warrior Gym and get your workout in. And if you don't have time then to do stuff at home, call Kevin. He'll come do some landscaping, get your yard picked up, and do some anything you need done.
You can get all 4 of our sponsors here in just a little, Dairy King workout, go see Scott, get some legal advice.
That's exactly right.
While Kevin's mowing your yard, right?
Exactly right.
Pretty good deal.
Well, first, we got to bring this up first, Dean.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Mr. Weston Kurt, Dean, tell him a little bit about what he had going on the other night. Over here at Cedar Bluff, I hated he had to do it to our Tigers, but hey, when you're good, you're good, and he had a great game, and we want to give him a shout-out tonight. Weston scored 52 at the Bluff.
52?
One under David Skillett-Jones. Weston was emotional after the game. He's a real humble kid. He just kind of said that he just couldn't believe that never thought something like this would happen to him.
So he did not set the record?
Yeah, after they went back and checked.
Okay, see, I'd always heard that Skillett scored 53, and I saw it where Weston and Skillett tied, and I'm like, I thought Skillett scored 53, and he did, obviously. But still, I mean, you can't take nothing away from Weston. 52 points.
Yeah, that's
now, how did he get to that 52?
He had several. He had 8 3-pointers. So 8 3-pointers will definitely put you on your way of where you want to go.
That's pretty good. That's still just 24, though.
Yeah, and Coach Coach Ratt had said in an interview that he wanted to get some other kids some playing time.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to get them in, let them play.
Mm-hmm.
And then some other kids started saying, "Hey, he's at 40." And then this minute he's like, "He's at 47." So he was like, "I'm going to let him go for it." I mean, he's worked hard for it, and he's a very deserving kid. So
52 points. Wow.
Yeah, Weston just kind of goes in there and fills that thing up, and congratulations to him, and what a fantastic job he done over there.
That's amazing.
That's an amazing feat of its own, and ain't nothing you can't take nothing away from him for that.
There's I don't think there's too many people around here that can claim they scored 52 points in a basketball game.
No, that's definitely something.
If you are, you're lying.
It's a right to itself, and there ain't no doubt that he deserves all the accolades he can get. I mean, he's had a good football season.
Yeah.
Baseball season kickoff. And Benefields, he's going to be back coaching the baseball with them. So
he's had a fantastic career.
They're going to be good over there too.
His daddy, Shane, I don't know, 47. I think he had 47.
So he kind of joked about that. He said, "Well, I outscored my dad." So.
Yeah. He might have had more than 47 in a game, but I know he had 47 one time. I loved watching Shane play. I know his daddy averaged about 30.
Yeah.
I don't know what Weston averages. I think they spread their scoring around more.
They do. Yeah, I mean, you got a lot of guys filling it up over there. Austin had Austin had 4 threes with 14 points. Pope had 10 points. He had 2 threes himself. And then Luke and Cam Welch had 6 each. Flint, for the Tigers in the game,
Connor Flint,
he led with 12 points. Bucky had 11 and Ombre had 9. He had a couple of threes in the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And a big guy, big lineman, big Dylan Kennard.
Yeah.
He had 7.
Yeah, he's big body to move down there.
He
Bucky
played
and Ombre have
good
been playing very well.
Yeah.
I think they have.
And the Garden Girls won. Neely didn't play. Ace had a career high, 25 points, 11 steals, 8 assists, 4 blocks, and 3 rebounds.
Oh, it's a career high, the 11 steals or 25 points. 11 steals?
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Now for Cedar Bluff, Maggie had 10 points for Cedar Bluff, and then Jordan, she's been playing good. She really gets after it. You know, all the girls really work hard. And Jordan had a couple of threes.
I expect them to be better next year. I mean, obviously with this experience, I think they'll be better.
Now Tuesday night, Dean, the Warriors locked up with the Blue Devils. Now, the girls, Perry had 7 threes, and they're number 10. They're tied up right now, I think, for number 10 in the rankings right now. And looks like they had won 73-40. She said she was just able to get open shots. That's what Miss Perry said. She was just able to get out there.
Now, is that Kim Rogers' daughter, too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Kim was a great one. Played here. Started here in the 7th grade.
Yeah.
And, of course, went and led Cedar Center to or played on the state championship team.
Yeah. I remember looking at their
trophies. 1 or 2, I don't know.
When I was over there at the tournament, looking in the trophy case there, outside in the walkway. Man, there's so many. Melinda Wood and those. I know Melinda well, and I just mentioned her. Hang on a second.
Teresa.
Yeah, those girls, the sisters, they're just all that team. I heard a little a comment back during that time, and we'll move ahead. But that's kind of what we do. Now, if you're new to us on YouTube or something, we'll get into something, and then we'll give a little side note about what happened during that time. Melinda and that team, those girls, it was said that they played the boys in the summer in just a little goof-off game, and the girls beat the boys.
Really? Was that with Leah Monteith and all that? Kim Rogers and all them played?
Yeah.
Well, I know they were good. They were very good.
Yeah,
Kim
really
Rogers is probably one of the best girl athletes that's ever been through this county, I would think. One of them.
Audrey Green, she had 9. Johnson had 7 and 6 rebounds. Now, Marcus Williams' daughter and Grantham girl, they both had 6 and 5 rebounds. And like I said, they're now tied with Jacksonville in the standings.
They done had a pretty good year.
Yeah, their girls are good. They definitely play hard. And the boys, they lost a close one, 90-74. Coach Hayes said that.
Natawal's good.
I know they're good. I watched them on NCAA one night. They was playing Etowah and somebody. They were playing somebody from Birmingham.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is one of the better Etowah teams that they've ever had.
I think so.
Yeah, I've never heard a lot about Etowah basketball, but this year, I mean, I know they're very, very, very good.
Caleb had just said that they just messed up their matchups. Just the way the size versus the speed of Etowah was the problem for them. That's what Caleb had said.
Trent Davis
led with 25 points. Jones had 23, and the little fella Wright, he played with us over here when he was young. He played with some of our young group of church
really?
we had. He was really
okay.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, Trent Davis is the running back.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you have, 1,800
Yeah,
yards?
nice kid. We share his stuff on the show page. You know, got a lot of accolades.
Fly.
Yeah. It was 34-33 at the half. Dean Elrod came out shooting and put the Warriors back in the game. He had a pair of threes. Now, Jack and Slade, they had 8 points themselves. And then Chandler Boy and Caldwell, they had about six apiece. Yeah. And they got young places on that team too. So,
I think they'll probably be pretty good.
Not losing a whole bunch on that team. So Caleb's a great young coach, and he's definitely going to be on the show. We're going to talk to him about coming over.
Yeah.
We got to get that set up. We get busy during the week and we forget.
Yeah.
And we got to get him on here. He's Coach Hayes. Welcome. Come on the couch here and talk basketball or anything, whatever you want to talk with us. Now at Sandrock, the girls went over the Bluff 83-36. Henderson had 5 threes, 11 rebounds, and 4 steals, and 1 assist. St. Clair 19 points, 6 rebounds, 6 steals. Now the Lisenby, which is Hunter's little sister, he worked with us at the store for a while. She went up with 13 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists, 4 steals, and a block. She's a good little athlete. Burton had 10. And then they had won the game like we mentioned. The Sandrock boys, Ballinger had 14 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, and a 78-44 win over Cedar Bluff. Now, Gavin had 13 points, 5 assists. St. Clair had 12 points.
St. Clair's a shooter, isn't he?
Absolutely. Now, for the Tigers, Bucky had 12 points, was mentioned there. Now, Friday night, no, it wasn't football lights, but it was in the stadium. Fife and Sandrock tie up over on the basketball court. Guys, this game, if you can go back, if you got NFHS, go back and catch this game.
54-52.
Yeah.
Wow. What a game.
Yeah, Sharp had 19, St. Clair had 22.
Wow, they had 41 of the 52. Woo.
Yeah, and the girls lost 49-36.
How good is Fife?
What are they not good at, man?
I mean, right now it's rolling over there. Things are going very well.
Brody
Dalton, 22.
He had 12 points and
20 rebounds.
10 rebounds and
22 points.
22 points and 10 rebounds.
22 and 10. Yeah.
And he's going to play football at UAB.
Mm-hmm.
So
he's a special athlete, obviously.
Very humble kid. I got to meet him over there when they were getting ready for the playoffs. Went over and watched him play. He just met his dad. They're just good, humble people, and they're always hungry and ready to go to work.
Did you ever Coke with him?
On the mountain? No, they didn't.
They don't drink Coke.
They ain't drinking Coke during football season.
Or basketball.
Probably not that either. They run a tight ship, and it definitely shows. Through the accolades of them. We'll talk about a little bit of the rankings here if you want to check that out.
Your wife says, "Hey, Sylvia, how you doing?"
Making sure the comments work.
Yeah.
And the boys and girls stuff is slipping around there on the page. And 3A Piedmont is 7 for the boys, and Sandrock was 5. Girls is 2 in 2A, and then Collinsville girls coming up 3A at number 7.
Yeah, they're good again. Of course, they won the state championship last year and got a lot coming back.
Spring Garden
Had
boys
a lot coming back.
Ranked 8th right now.
What are Sandrock boys ranked? 5th?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, they may not drop if they lost to 5. Who's ranked what? They're ranked high in 3A. Yeah.
2, yeah.
So that may not drop Sandrock much.
Yeah, the girls are just right under 3A. Collinsville's right under Winfield. And the boys are just right there around with North Sand Mountain and Clark County.
That Clark County, that's the one that played 5 better than anybody besides the state championship game in Piedmont.
Yeah.
Yeah. Regular season.
Yeah.
Or Benefield had said that they were very good.
Yeah. They was like a spring game or something. They were just going to match up and do something fun, or it wasn't nothing serious or supposed to be, and then they took them to the wire.
Yeah.
Okay. let's see what else we got here. State rankings. Well, how about this? You want to talk about? Let's see here. Well, we're gonna do some NCAA basketball, a little bit of SEC stuff. Dean's gonna talk about some of that.
All right. Well, let's start it out with Bama. They got their 10-game winning streak snapped.
Let's see, Alabama.
66-61, they lost to Oklahoma. Did you watch that game?
Yes, I did.
A lot of people says there was some tough calls, and they were very hard on Alabama. But the fact of the matter is that Alabama did not shoot well. Petty's been struggling a little bit from the field. Earlier in the week, Alabama beat Kentucky 70-59, and they're still undefeated in conference.
Yeah.
But they lost to Oklahoma. Oklahoma has beat Texas, Kansas, and Alabama back to back.
Well, they've been close in those games too. So I didn't see the other ones. They were all close.
Yeah. So now they're fixing to probably move up in the top 10 or 15. And I don't think Alabama will drop real bad losing to them.
When the commentators are noticing, Dean, that there's calls are being made, and they're saying something about it, it has to be pretty prevalent. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
there was some tough calls. I know a lot of people probably noticed one play. Alabama got 3 or 4 rebounds in a row and got the shot. Got 3 or 4 attempts during one possession. And all of a sudden, they just called a foul on Petty after he pulled the rebound. Said he pushed off on the guy down low. But they didn't shoot well. 61 points, that's nowhere near their average. They average in the 80s. But, they're still undefeated in SEC play and still leading that. So Auburn got beat by Baylor, 84-72. But
now they've been playing
better.
They have gotten better.
But now Baylor's number 2 in the country, behind Gonzaga.
Right, yeah.
And I heard a guy say yesterday that Sharif Cooper for Auburn is the best player in the nation.
I couldn't have much to disagree about it.
I don't know about that's a bold statement.
I don't know about best. He's really good. I'm definitely not going to say he's not good. He's definitely one to go for. You know what I'm saying?
And Auburn, they dropped to 10-8 with that loss. Clint Decker, thank you, Clint. Bama missed several layups at the end of the game. Yes, they did. Even with bad calls, should have won. Yeah, they shot very bad. They've not shot good the last 2 games, but they did beat Kentucky 70-59 the other night. The big upset of the night was Tennessee upset Kansas. Mm-hmm. Missouri beat TCU 102-98.
I seen that.
Wow.
Yeah,
they're number 12. Missouri's very good. Watch them. They're ranked. Well, Alabama. Is ranked higher than anybody in the conference, but Missouri's right behind it.
Now, Auburn beat Missouri the other day, 88-82. Cooper and Thor had 28, and Smith and Tillman had 21 for Missouri. He's good. Tillman
he had 33 last night.
Yeah. Midway through the second period, Dean, this game was still a battle. They were so
Auburn did beat Missouri this year? Wow.
Yeah. Now, at one point during the game, the South Carolina game that you had mentioned, I think they led at one time by 31.
Yeah, they won at 109-86.
Yeah, that's so.
Alan Hartline, how you doing?
Big Al.
But we were talking about the SEC Big 12 matchup 5-4. So I don't think either conference can claim to have dominance over the other one. It was a good matchup.
Yeah,
But Kentucky and Texas got canceled.
We are just a little bit aggravated with the calls and stuff. Bama's been on such a good run as far as and it's kind of just a little disheartening, to see things kind of went down how they did. But still, we led the series, so we're proud of our SEC guys, and that's what we can say. I could go along with that.
They 5-4, but it was a battle. Auburn and Alabama lost, and I'm willing to say Arkansas got upset. And I don't know who the other one was that lost. I think LSU won too. But 5-4 was the overall. But conference seems to be pretty good this year. We'll find out in the tournament. That's how they judge you.
Right. I have to say too that it feels good for Bama to be winning, and that's something other than football. And it's good that the conference is kind of being noticed without Kentucky being good, because Kentucky's
5-10.
You know as well as anybody, Kentucky's carried this conference of basketball for how many years? How many? I mean, a lot.
Well, you had the Florida years when they won
Florida. They won football and basketball like twice.
Yeah.
But pretty much, man, Kentucky's carried this league, so we're excited for
early 90s. I mean, they were great before that, but in the 90s is when Pitino came there, and that's when they started.
We're excited to see somebody else. What we're saying besides Kentucky to be in this conference,
yes.
and it's kind of like Alabama. When other teams do good, like Mississippi State was ranked number one time in football.
Yes,
we were like, hey, we're Bama fans, but it's good to see some outs rep. It's good to see Auburn go play for titles and stuff. So
right.
It's good for the league.
Well, you got 3 teams ranked. That's Alabama, Missouri, and Tennessee. So we hope that keeps up. Auburn don't seem to be a bad team. I don't know if they're going to get in. Arkansas's got a pretty good team. LSU's not bad.
No.
Kentucky's not bad. They've just not been winning.
They either start slow or end slow.
Right.
They come out hot and they can't finish, or they come out slow and then they finish at the end, but it's not enough.
I think Georgia's probably average. Florida's very good. I forgot about Florida. Yes, they upset West Virginia.
Florida did.
Yes.
Okay. Well, there you go, guys.
But we can move on from that if you want to. But that's good weekend for college basketball.
It's good to see too, guys. It's some normalcy that we're seeing kind of cross rivalry, going on, not just interconference play. So we're kind of moving forward to some kind of normalcy. So, with that being said, we'll mention our sponsors again. Dairy King, thanks Shelley and the girls. They do a great job over there. Go by and see them. Kevin's Lawn and Landscaping, and of course Warrior Gym. They've been with us since day one, and we can't forget our guy, Mr. Lloyd. Y'all go by and see him. Lloyd. Any legal services right there in town, the red lights right on the corner there, right there at Shosey's Old Pizza. If you're from this county, you know exactly where I'm talking about.
Alan Hartline says Matthew Stafford going in the Rams makes them better. I don't really agree with the trade. I like Goff.
Yeah,
but I don't dislike Stafford.
Yeah, we're going to get into that a little bit later.
Alan, that's a good point. He's got a strong arm.
I'll say this. He is at an age, and Goff is not. Yes, now Stafford can throw a football through a wood door.
He can throw better than Goff, but Goff's just a lot younger.
Yeah, I mean, you got something to work with. You can put players with him to play, but
I didn't think he was bad.
I didn't either. Their defense just held them in games so closely, but. Sticking with SEC, we're going to talk about. We got some other stuff we're going to do. We're going to kick off SEC coaching stuff.
Yeah, this
right
is
here.
Pretty interesting.
So, welcome to good old Rocky Top there.
Josh Heupel.
Now, Coach Heupel, from where he's from USF, he had a substantial record where he have 3 years in over there.
Of course, Feinbaum says it's a bad hire.
Yeah, I know. He always says that.
Shocker, isn't it?
He brings in a lot of his other old coaches. We can mention a few right here.
Yeah, who are some of his guys?
Old O-line and offensive coach Glenn Elpry. Observant stays as his tight end coach. T. Martin may be staying. Mm-hmm. We may check that out right now. So if y'all want to check that out, that's probably going to come to you today or yesterday.
Winky's out.
Yeah, they're going to get a new O coach, I guess, because Chaney and Winky's going to be out.
But Jim Chaney used to be at Georgia.
Right, and still it looks like he's going to be running the defense. So, and as Diamond Dean just mentioned, Tennessee is no longer relevant, from the words of Paul Feinbaum. So, I guess, we
better listen to that then.
Yeah, but,
Feinbaum said it. Oh, who else? Who was there to hire? I mean, I'm sure people aren't beating the door down to get the job.
I mean, we have to know that. I mean, he was a pretty good player. I mean, let's take a look at his accolades here, guys.
I mean, he played for Oklahoma when they won it, did he not?
Right there's his stats. We got him up there. Y'all check him out. I mean, he was a Heisman runner-up. He did win the Walter Camp Award. He was an All-American player. He was the AP Player of the Year. He played on that 2000 team. He's definitely.
Oh man, that was a good team. They were good on defense.
They was. So we'll find out how he's gonna work out, and I don't know.
I don't think it's a bad hire. I just don't see what Feinbaum sees. If he went 28-8 in 3 years,
yeah.
I know he didn't have Frost's success at UCF. Frost is struggling at Nebraska, so you never know. I mean, this guy might not struggle. We don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't see I don't see that it was a bad hire. He just said they really could have done a lot better. And yeah, who knows, maybe they could. But, you know, them getting in trouble and not being relevant for a while, that's not a very attractive place to go.
It's just been, I mean, and I don't know, I think we could probably all agree on, listeners alike, I think we could all probably agree that, you know, with Biggin up there, Big Phil,
Yeah.
It's just always had some kind of things going on in the background.
Right.
Kind of like, I'm not going to compare it to Auburn because I don't want to do that. But just off-field activities of boosters and people hanging around and those McDonald's bags of money and just, you know, that kind of stuff. And I think maybe with Phil moving on and this Heupel,
I think you pronounce it Heupel.
Heupel.
Yeah.
Mr. Heupel, with him moving in, he's bringing in some new guys too, kind of like they're doing in Auburn. We're fixing to get into some of that. Coaches, we're talking about coaching changes. You know, it's just going to be a good thing. And there, she's saying the video was bad and it's choppy. We're working, guys. Just hang on with us. It's running pretty good on our end. It's going to probably have some spots in it that may be choppy. And y'all let us know.
Where it's choppy.
Yeah, y'all let us know if y'all are seeing stuff on there because we can't see it really. He can somewhat, but
yeah, it looks fine. I mean, from my point, that don't mean it is.
We'll say maybe they can move on in the direction to get away from some of this booster stuff. Is what I'm saying, and have their own identity. And with Big Phil gone, I ain't gonna call him Fat Phil because I'm dealing, you know, with my own problems around the middle here. But it looks like from what he's doing and what he's coached and what he's bringing in, you know, we'll give him a shot. But Feinbaum says it's over.
You can call him Fat Phil if you want, but by gosh, he sure did win.
Yeah,
112 and 27.
Won the first BCS national championship. The first crystal ball was at
Tennessee. You call him fat if it makes you feel better, but
and it was not Peyton Manning that won it either.
Yeah, he won 80% of his games.
People think that a lot. You know that when you talk to people.
Well, now he had great teams with him, obviously.
Well, Peyton Manning won their first BCS title. No, Peyton Manning was still
he was gone.
It was T.
It's ironic. Greatest player that ever plays there.
Yeah.
They win it the year after he leaves.
Yeah.
Very weird.
It is very weird.
I've seen that happen before. You hear a team supposed to win it. They don't win it that year. They win it the next.
Yeah, it's not supposed to usually go that way. Let me mention this, and we'll move into some more coaching stuff, Dean. Georgia, since we're talking about college football, Gunnar Stockton. He's supposed to have been committed to South Carolina. This broke, I think, day before yesterday, maybe Wednesday night. Thanks tip-off to Josh Payton on 24/7 Sports.
He's good.
Big-time football player. You got him, and then you got Vandergraaf coming also. Kirby Smart is a fantastic recruiter, and any Alabama fan can tell you that. So,
yeah, he is.
And the number one player in the country overall right now, 2021, is JT Tumaloa. He's a defensive end. He's looking between Bama and Ohio State.
Two good places to look. Is he like a Chase Young type?
A little bigger. He's a little thicker in the legs and stuff. Stronger looking kind of kid. And the Tumaloa, by his last name, you can kind of insinuate probably.
He's from Hawaii.
Yeah, he's an Islander type guy.
Yes, I would think.
And just
he's from over in Blanche.
Now, if you want to watch some film, go check 24/7 Sports. His name's JT Tuimoloau, defensive end. This guy is just mashing people, man.
Really?
He's just. It's not even close. I mean, it's just go watch for yourself. But anyway, we talked about Tennessee. Feinbaum says they're no longer relevant, so we'll move in.
Bad hire.
We're talking about coaches, Dean. What about Auburn coaches? You got some stuff?
Auburn, yeah, I do.
Put together good staff.
He is. Derek Mason, defensive coordinator. What about this OC, Mike Bobo?
See, I'm not a Bobo fan.
Georgia fans aren't crazy about Bobo. I thought he did a good job.
See, I didn't. He got him in some good games.
Yeah.
But he couldn't finish the games. Like some of his play calling, it would just drive me crazy. I'm not a Georgia fan,
right?
But you're watching it like, what are you doing?
Well, and don't take this wrong, Mike, but I know Georgia fans that didn't like Bobo and they didn't like Chaney and they sure don't like Monken or whatever his name is. So, you're starting to wonder who they would like. But I will say this: Alabama fans have seemed to like their last few coordinators.
Yeah.
Daboll and Sarkisian. Obviously, and they like Kiffin.
Yeah, must be.
Did not like Nussmeier, but Nussmeier won some. And Auburn brought back Tracy Rocker.
Okay.
So he was a superstar there. So they got him, And I'd say the main three would be Mason, Bobo, and Rocker.
Yeah.
I saw the other guys. I'd never not heard of them much.
Inside linebacker Jeff Schmending. Cornerback coach is Zach Etheridge. Positions and targets coach Travis Williams with linebackers.
I think he was a linebacker there.
Defensive line. Looks like Vic Soto, should be an update on him if Auburn's going to keep him around.
But now, it looks like he's on the right page. Mason, who I've heard great things about defensive coordinating, and Bobo's not bad. I'm sure people think he could have done better.
It's kind of like Applewhite. I had some personal
he's good.
things with Applewhite. Well, he would call some games, he would get you in good games, and then he would make some bad decisions. And
later in them.
Third down calls or something,
yeah.
Something like 3rd and 15 and we'll run the ball, which a lot of guys do that.
I don't know how long. Anybody knows, tell us how long Bobo was at Georgia as
He was there a while.
Now, what was his, he went to Colorado State. How did he do there?
I don't know. I don't.
Don't make no mistake about it, guys. These guys, just because they have a bad record as a head coach, these guys are great position coaches and coordinators. I mean, Derek Mason did not do well at Vanderbilt, but I mean, I've not heard anybody say that's not a great hire.
Yeah.
For Harrison, not Harrison.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, what about Alabama? Who they got coming in?
Man, this has been such a carousel over there. Coach Saban's he's always got something.
And I want to tell you something I heard. Bill O'Brien. Is he the new OC? Did they hire him?
Well, I see. It was recruiting from Jimmy T. Jay Graham. He's from Tennessee.
Yeah, he was a great
Nick
player.
Saban's reportedly finished up the new Alabama football assistant coach hires as his offense. Wednesday night, Matt Zinka, Tim Waits, and others have been reported to the Crimson Tide's new tight end, and special teams coach will also be Jay Graham. Troy Watson was the head coach at Foley High School for about 10 seasons after his 5th season as Rush Prope's defensive coordinator at Hoover. At Foley, Watson coached the future Crimson Tide stars such as Julio Jones, DJ Fluker, and Robert Lester. So
wow.
He's got some new linebacker coaches. Roach is still there doing linebackers. You got defensive line coaches, and of course Golden. I think they give him another deal, didn't they? Didn't they sign him on for another year? Golden, he's going to stay.
I'm sorry. Did he hire O'Brien?
It don't say on here.
Bill O'Brien. I think he did. But I read an article that, O'Brien was not real well liked for the Texans. Mm-hmm. But I read an article today that said they absolutely loved him at Penn State. All the players, they just loved him.
Well, honestly,
Kevin Stargell, I don't know where Tracy Rocker has been. Did you know where Tracy Rocker had been?
I don't.
I'll look that up and get back to you on
Alabama
that.
Football finalizing deal with Bill O'Brien. That's been a couple of days.
So it's not 100% yet.
A couple of days. Last week, let's say as of the 21st, yeah, it looks like it's a done deal.
Okay.
It will succeed Sarkisian. So,
wow.
Yeah, that's final. I just wasn't sure because on this stuff, man, you can report something final and then you hear.
Oh, I know.
An hour later, there he idiots. He ain't finally there.
Kevin Stargell said they did hire him.
Yeah.
But somebody come on there. He went back to Penn State.
I think when they like him, what you're calling.
They loved him at Penn State. Didn't like him in Houston.
I think what with Penn State, what they were going through at the moment with all these sanctions.
Was perfect for it.
He had a good demeanor about him. He kept the kids kind of lifted up and picked up to where they just kept believing in each other.
And you see that a lot. College coaches be loved. Goes to the NFL, can't get along with nobody. Makes you wonder who the problem is.
It's a business.
Yeah.
And in college, the kids still have some kind of respect levels from coming from high school. And you're kind of in charge. You're seen as that figure. Where in the pros, the players make more than you do.
Right.
And you're going to go in there and, bang on the table and tell them something? No, they ain't listening to that stuff, Jack.
Well, let me ask you one question. We're getting in the NFL in a minute, aren't we?
We're still rocking about it. It is glitchy. I can see it's jumping. It's doing it every once in a while.
Yeah,
but it's still running at 2.8. Man, it is glitchy. Well, anyway, we got to do what we got to do. We're going to figure this out, guys. Just hanging there with us. If y'all done turned it off, ain't watching us.
There's still 5 people watching. I mean, that's what it's been.
It's glitchy. I'm going to go back and watch it. And we're trying to deal with some internet stuff. That's what we're trying to do, and that's if y'all just want to know, that's what we're doing. And sometimes it's just hard to get a good hotspot over here. And we've got Verizon brand new hotspot and trying to run it.
Mm-hmm.
And if it ain't just like home internet, it's just going to be glitchy with Facebook because Facebook compresses files so abruptly. But we'll move to this schedule, Dean.
Yes, this is very interesting.
It's been up on the page, and y'all can go check it out. Y'all check it out here on the page. Now, there's some interesting matchups that are not on there. We'll talk about this one. Of course, Bama's going to play Miami, but they're also going to pick up Mercer and New Mexico State.
Miami has the potential to be a very good game.
I agree. Bama's defense, everybody got coming back. It'll be a good test.
I think it will be a very good. And that's the first game, right?
To see where they're at, yeah. Auburn's going to open with Akron. Auburn's also going to play Alabama State, Georgia State, and Auburn's going to lock up with Penn State on September the 18th.
Good matchup there. I like that matchup. I've never known of Auburn and Penn State playing. Never. They may have, but I can't remember it.
I've read something about it one time, but it's been not any time in the past 15 years. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I remember reading something about it. Florida is going to play Tennessee off the bat.
Week 1?
Yeah, they're going to also lock up play South Florida and Sanford.
That's odd.
The Bulldogs going to lock up with Clemson.
Well, that gets easier for them right off the bat. Poor old Kirby. Got to play Clemson first.
Well, they probably signed up to do it knowing him. He just wants to see where his team's at, which that's probably been set 2 years ago, honestly.
Well, yeah.
And they're going to host UAB, which will be good. Good for the exposure for the kids. They'll play Charleston Southern also. LSU's going to come out of the gate swinging with the Bruins of UCLA.
Might be a good game. I think LSU's going to be good next year. They got everybody back.
And they got everybody.
I think everybody back.
And this other team here, A&M, we think they're going to be great.
Yeah.
They're going to start out with Kent State. They're going to play Colorado September 11th.
That's an interesting matchup.
Which back in the 80s, late 80s, that would have been a great game.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Late 80s, early 90s. Yeah.
89, 90, 91. Ole Miss is going to play Liberty on November the 6th. So,
and did Liberty lose a lot?
I don't know. Man.
I mean, they obviously got a good program there. And know.
So that's some of the games and captions going on.
Dupree has one more year.
I think that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's played. He's had a decent career up there. I'd like to see him become a full-time starter.
I know, yeah, he's too good, it seems. I mean, I know we're a little biased because we know him, we like him and stuff, but...
I mean, he's played a lot. I mean, I don't want to take nothing away from him, act like he's just never gets in. He does. He's made 30-something tackles one year and 26 1 year.
He can make twice that, three times that.
Yeah, I'd like to see him on the field more.
And I know there's other guys up there that are very talented, but every time we see him go in, man, he makes a play.
Yeah. You said he went in and caused a fumble.
He did.
They said it wasn't a fumble.
On the goal line, he stuck a guy at the goal line, takes the ball, and they took it away. But anyway, that's for another day. YouTube people, if y'all are hanging out and watching, hit the like button there and share. Go spread the community with the friends there. I know it's different in the YouTube world, Dean, because it's just different people. And it's not like Facebook here where all these people kind of know us and we have a gathering amongst ourselves of our own.
Right.
But, if you like what you see, hit the like button. Subscribe to the page and whatever. And our Facebook people, we always appreciate y'all been hanging with us for
they're
over
good.
A year now.
Yeah.
And we've grown and come into something, and we do appreciate
13 months.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Now, tell us about this, and Dean. What's going to happen?
Well, from what I heard last week, I think we're going to have a 2-time Super Bowl champion.
Really?
Both their safeties are out. Tampa Bay's. And you don't think Mahomes can expose that?
So, what do you think is going to happen?
I think they're going to beat them handily.
Really?
Yes, I'll go on the record and say that. I can't pick a score yet. I won't do that.
We'll do that next week.
But as of right now, and depending on what happens through the week, yes, I do. I think that Hill and Kelsey are just too much. Mahomes is too accurate. They got all the running backs back. I just don't think they can stop them. And Tampa Bay is playing good.
Well,
and that linebacker Levante David from Nebraska, I mean, he's fantastic.
Well, Brady's Brady. I mean,
Brady's Brady. But see, Brady didn't even have a good game against Green Bay.
No.
But I think Green Bay's defense is probably a little better than Kansas City's. But without going into too much detail,
Yeah.
I do think that Kansas City will repeat.
Well, I mean, you got these Tampa Bay's defense has just been locking people up, man. I mean, they get
top
numbers.
balls. Mm-hmm.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers, we had them to win, and they just.
I like the way they put every bit of that off on their coach, pretty much, Stephen A. and them, because he did kick that field goal instead of going for it.
Well, I mean, you would think
which I don't see why he didn't, but
you think Aaron Rodgers would have some say in what?
Well, that's what somebody said. They said if he runs the team, like y'all say he does, like Stephen A.
He loves Aaron Rodgers. He's a big fan of him.
He's sitting there in one breath saying, "This guy's a joke. The only reason he's there is because of Aaron Rodgers." Okay, well then why didn't Aaron Rodgers tell him, "Coach, come here.
Yeah, let's not
put this ball." Aaron Rodgers went to the sideline and sat down. So he must not have thought it was too much of an urgency either.
And maybe he, being the captain that he is and the competitor that he is, you have a feeling like, well, I just can't score today. This game is just not ours. We're just not going to win it this year, and it is what it is.
Well, they say you could have ran on that fourth down.
On that third down. And I was hollering, "Run. What are you doing?" He's trying to – I don't know.
But man. I don't know. But, and Kevin
sorry, we're having trouble
not
playing
Kevin Stargell. I'm sorry. Kevin.
It just completely went off.
Oh, we're not even – we on?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
He did not throw his coach under the bus, and I thought that was good of him. But, they gave up a touchdown on the last play of the half. They dropped a 2-point conversion in the end zone, and then you're going to blame it all on the coach?
It's running over 3 megabytes. Why is there... Can you still see it on there?
No, we're stopped.
It froze up?
No, we're all right.
It went back up?
Yeah.
Check your internet connection. Well, we may have to do something different. Well, we can't do nothing right now. We're about done with the show anyway, so.
Are we on?
I don't know.
Internet is freezing up.
It's trying to connect. There it goes. So anyway, we'll say the Super Bowl if I don't know if they can hear us. Tom Brady's thrown 4,600 yards this year, 40 touchdowns, and 12 picks. I mean, his QBR rating is 102.
Great.
And Mahomes has thrown for 4,700 yards, 38 touchdowns, 6 picks. His rating's 108. So is it time for the old man to go out and on the pirate ship and be a Super Bowl contender and be a Super Bowl winner, or is it time for the new guy to be back-to-back winner? Todd, he's only been playing for how long has Mahomes been playing? 3 years, and he's going to maybe win back-to-back Super Bowls.
He's already won an MVP. I think I think they'll. Are we up? Are we?
It shows it is.
Okay. Yeah, I do think he will. But Brady, you can't count him out. How many has he won? 6.
This is his 10th Super Bowl, man. So the Buccaneers defense is ranked 6th. Todd Bowles, their coach, defense line. Now, they've been open up through the season. Of course, Kamara, they held him to 87 yards.
Wow.
Kamara's good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's very good.
Defense is averaging giving up 77 yards a game because Levante David, your linebacker, is just waxing people.
77 yards, that's rushing the game, right?
Yeah,
that ain't nothing.
Yeah.
Which, the only thing about KC is they're not big on the running game.
Well, the thing with them is they're kind of like that old LSU team from last year, I guess. I mean, look who they got. Edwards-Helaire, Tyreek Hill, Watkins, Kelsey.
Hill and Kelsey are as good as it gets.
These guys are just loaded.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got people all over the place. Their offense is some of the most prolific offenses that we've ever seen.
Yes.
To be able to score the ball, they score the ball with everybody.
They don't have much trouble scoring, do they?
No.
I just think it's going to be too much for. I think that's going to be too much for Tampa Bay. But we'll get more into the intricacies of all that next week and why and all that.
Yeah.
But yes, early. As of right now, a week ahead of time, I'm taking KC.
Right.
I may change my mind this week, but I did hear that Tampa Bay safeties were out.
That's true. Then.
I mean, come on.
There may be some trouble.
Which, they still got corners, and they got backup safeties.
That's right. What's the name? Hurt his shoulder.
Winfield.
Is he still out?
Winfield. Apparently, both their
Oh,
safeties are
man.
out.
I knew the one was out when they come into that game with Green Bay, and I thought, well, they'll have him back by.
Was Levante David 100%? Did he get hurt against Green Bay?
No,
He's good.
I
Man.
think he was hurt earlier, or maybe in a game before, maybe.
And he's very good. He was very good at Nebraska. He's just a tackling machine, fast.
Yeah.
And he's made a career down there. I mean, I got looking at his stats the other day. His stats are fantastic, but he's never really been noticed until now.
Yeah.
Because obviously they're better. But
It's hard for me to go against Tom Brady. I mean, the guy hadn't lost many Super Bowls.
no, was he lost three,
Yeah.
4? He lost to Philadelphia and the Giants twice.
Mm-hmm. So
I don't know if he lost to nobody.
I know in the Giants, one of those games was just he nearly lost like on a fluke play, like a
Oh,
lucky
yeah,
play.
I mean-
the games he's losing, they're not getting smoked. They
The
should have
only one,
lost.
Philadelphia beat him.
They should have lost to Atlanta.
Yes, they should have lost. To Atlanta. And they should have lost to Seattle. You know
No,
what
my
I'm
God,
talking
man,
about.
they had that. I
So
mean,
he ought to really be 4-5.
little boy from West Alabama over here picks the ball at the goal line.
Oh gosh, you know that.
What was his name?
Malcolm something Johnson. I don't know, but he played at West Alabama.
Yeah.
He intercepted.
Anyway, we ain't gonna talk too much on Super Bowl. We're gonna hit y'all next week with it. And
Well, what'd you think about that Stafford? We already talked about that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Did you want to go more in depth in it? You
Yeah,
think that's
yeah,
a good trade? Or?
yeah, what do y'all think? Yeah, I don't know what.
I thought Goff and McVay were on
Yeah.
just like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think Goff's good. He's a little up and down.
He's younger, but he gives you somebody to work with. You can put players around him. And
Right.
with Stafford, he's not on the upswing But I mean, you see all these
He's
guys.
got a cannon.
I mean, yeah, you see all these guys playing. I mean, look how old Tom Brady. He's my age.
Well, yeah, see, Stafford's
I mean-
Stafford's probably about 34,
Yeah.
33, 34. So,
I mean, he may have 10 more years in him.
yeah.
I mean, with the way nutrition is now, what these training programs are,
Yeah.
and these super fancy hot tubs and the workout routines,
Yeah.
these guys can play to their 40 now. So, and he does have an arm. We all know that Stafford can sling the ball.
Yes. Very good arm.
Everybody says in NFL, if you ask other receivers, like at Pro Bowls and things like that, who throws the hardest ball? And they
Matthew
all say
Stafford.
Stafford. They all say, man, he'd throw the laces off that thing.
Well, I mean, I don't think it'll hurt either. I mean, I don't think it'll hurt anybody but Goff. I don't know. Detroit's not as good as the Rams. It may be rough on his career, but as far as the Rams go, they'll probably be all right.
Well, we'll cut it loose of that, and we'll roll over here to our sponsors, and we'll let that roll, and we'll let y'all cut out for the evening. And we do appreciate it again. We thank everybody taking your time out of your day. I mean,
I'm
sit here
asking you a
and talk
serious
with us.
question. Do we look into that if we want to look at the game?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
We'll have more stuff up on the page as the week goes on, and we'll keep in touch, and y'all keep in tune on the show and see what's going on. Coaching stuff we've been talking about today, Alabama,
that's
Auburn,
pretty interesting.
Tennessee, that
Yeah.
kind of stuff's, I think they kind of got everybody they want. And as for players and stuff, hey, keep your eyes up on the page. We always got some news on there.
Yeah, let me tell you something. He's as good as they are about getting news on this page.
Yeah,
I sent him two things last week, and he already had them up.
So YouTube family, if y'all are new to the channel, again, we're Facebook Live on Sunday nights. If y'all want to check over and roll and watch us live, be part of the community here and talk with Big Matt Diamond Dean, we would love to have you to come on. And we appreciate everybody.
Yes, sir.
We're going to get out of here. God bless, and y'all keep your heads clear and your hearts full of God. Have a good week.
Have a good week.